Hi, I'm Todd Wybright, Superintendent of the City of Grandville Clean Water Plant. I'm here today to go out on a kayak trip with the Chambers of Commerce from the City of Grandville and Georgetown Township in a team-building effort to determine what we can do to look at connections within the community. What connects this area better than the Grand River? We're all here at the bend of the river. We're going to spend a nice day on the water today and have a nice lunch this afternoon. We're all connected by what goes on with the water, and clean water is where we are.
I'm Ken Crombie, City Manager from the City of Granville, and this is
Dan Carlton, Superintendent of Georgetown Township.
We're here today to kind of wish bon voyage to a group of Georgetown Township and City of Granville officials, employees, and elected officials that are going to be making this trip down the river. And part of what we're here to do is to foster and celebrate the cooperation we have between our two communities here on our bend in the river. So Dan, is there anything you can think of that we'd highlight for cooperation?
Well, it's just nice for our employees to be able to work together and meet each other here and to have this event. Part of the things we work together, our fire and our police are working. We work with libraries. We're part of the Metro Council. Anything else that you want to talk about? I mean, we're obviously neighbors, and
yeah, I think a lot of cooperation back and forth. Each community, I think, ready, willing, and able to help when necessary. Emergency circumstances, obviously, are very clear that you need to jump in on those. But even everyday things like our clean water plant that services all the residents of both our communities is an example of how we work together to provide better services for our residents.
So that's true, and we continue to look forward to continue to work together, and events like this will help our staff connect when just have an open time and a fun time on the river and show people this wonderful resource that we share. It's very nice.
Great, thanks very much.
Great, well, we're just excited to be here today at the bend in the river. It's a beautiful fall day, and we're ready to go kayaking. One of the things that we as a council, Lee Cook, Carol, and I, and others on the council wanted to do is just connect people back with the Grand River. When the expressway was built, it seems like it kind of separated the citizens from the river. So just bringing awareness to how much fun people in Grandville can have on the river. We're looking forward to kayaking. I'm looking forward to staying dry. And it's also good to get together with folks from Georgetown. Carol.
Great, thank you. I got out the map last night and actually looked at this and thought, wow, this is a wonderful resource we have, and so exciting to think that we can begin to use it. Thank you.
Well, there's a lot of kayakers in Granville, and probably a lot of them don't go down the Grand River for whatever reason, so maybe we'll get a lot more kayakers after this event.
I hope so. Another thing you can notice from our t-shirts, it's got Grandville and Georgetown. We do share the Grand River, and it's we're just looking forward today to getting to know our neighbors just a little bit better.
Jenison and Granville school districts have a long-standing tradition of cooperation, working together, collaboration in terms of a variety of different programming that we do together. One of the things that we used to do together was an alternative school called Orion. We actually did a school store that was in Rivertown Mall when it first opened as a collective effort together, and we continue to meet and talk about various things that could help all of our districts, from curricular issues to different types of issues that may confront each of our districts. And I really respect Grandville School District and all they offer their children there, and learn a lot from their leadership, and glad to have Roger Birup with us now as part of the Grandville School District, and opportunity to work with Chris as well as their high school principal.
And we're just excited about today's event and the opportunity to build on that collaboration and partnership with Jenison and our good friends at Jenison Public Schools. Kayaking on the river today, and hoping that everybody stays dry through the experience. But just looking forward to continuing to build those friendships and that collaboration.
Roger Birup, Superintendent, Granville Public Schools. Very excited to be here and to partner with Tom and Jenison Public Schools. As he mentioned, there's a long-standing tradition between the schools, the community, the service agencies, the businesses, and we just look forward to a great day, strengthening relationships and partnerships and having a lot of fun and getting to know each other better.
This is a chance for us to highlight the river and the bend in the river, the bonding between the two townships. So already we do many, many things together. But for our staff to get to know each other better, to take it to the next level of cooperation, that's what we're looking for. And then also, this is such a terrific natural resource that people just do not realize how lucky we are. And we're going to have John Schultz at the end, who's going to talk to us about the green belt and how they're hoping to tie together all of this area. And we hope both communities can be a part of it. So we're excited. This should be fun.
Hey, it's Officer Greco here with you on the Bend in the River trip. We got quite a crowd here today, along with Ottawa County Sheriff and Ottawa Fire. Talk a little safety here pretty quick with the gang, and could be a little cold today. What do you think, Chief?
It's going to be rather cold. See the yellow suit I got on? That is for cold water temperatures. In the event we get somebody to go out of his kayak, that we'll throw him a rope and then I'll go in and assist him back to the boat. So hopefully that doesn't happen today. Hope it's a good time for all. And the sun's out, but it is a little cool here today.
Sergeant?
It's great to be a part of this community event with our neighbors, and we're looking to have some fun and hopefully don't have any problems, but if they do arise, we'll hopefully take care of them as efficiently as we can.
Well, for 9 years since we merged with the Chamber, we've actually had a cooperation with Grandville and Jenison, so this just makes perfect sense to serve as a community coordinator to be part of this collaboration. We're looking forward to eventually maybe having the Whitewater Project and having actually the river come through and actually have kayaking along the river. So the Chamber's always happy to be a part of anything with the Township and the City of Grandville.
And we're hoping not to flip.
But we had a wonderful, wonderful time coming down, and a lot of camaraderie. We learned a lot from each other. And our Todd from the wastewater treatment plant, that man has a passion for his job. So we got to talk to him quite a bit.
That's good. That's good. And so you met some new people. Met some new people. Good favorites. All right.
So our vision of a greenway is a preserved green space, land along the river, not buying everything, but buying key blocks, key natural lands, recreation lands, and then linking it all together with a trail. And we're picturing the trail on the south side of the river. And, you know, the trail is kind of the last piece of the puzzle. We've got a lot of the properties that we need. We still need some more linkages. Like, for example, we would really love, just when you go east of this park, you go about a mile or so and you come to the Bend Park, what we call, we're buying land for the old gravel pit complex there. That'll become like a little millennium park, be about 700 acres, have swimming and everything. But we'd love to have our trail go along the river in between, and we've got to work with that landowner. We've been talking to him for a while to make that happen. In some places, the trail won't go along the river, the paved trail. It'll go along roads because there's houses there and stuff. We're working slowly at that. So as I say, the trail is kind of the last piece of the puzzle. We've still got some properties to buy, but we are starting to look at the trail. And we've got I think we're going to get a big grant from MDOT to build the first piece over in Robinson Township. So that would be west of here ways. And the reason that we would start there is partly because most of that's along the roadway. We're going to link our Connor Bayou Park with Riverside Park. The reason we're focusing on that is here's the new 231 bypass and the bridge over the Grand River. And the county really pressured MDOT to put a non-motorized crossing on that bridge. So they spent like $6 million to put a 14-foot wide crossing. That's a long bridge. It's one of the 6th longest bridge in Michigan. So we got them to do that, but they said this can't be a bridge to nowhere. This has got to connect to some trails. So we are going to put the piece of trail between Riverside and Connor Bayou in first. And then the county is also working on connections that will take the other side of the bridge up to the North Bank Trail. So anyways, that'd be the first piece. But from there, then we might be able to get through Bass River to our East Grandville Bayou site. We've been talking to Allendale. They're probably going to, it's going to be a while before we can get through Allendale along the river, so there might be a route that comes down through Allendale and then connects to GVSU. GVSU's been real cooperative. We get down to our Grand Ravines Park, which is just downriver a little ways. We've got a map of that site. That's a park that we've been developing recently. We just opened a dog park portion of it. Maybe you saw that. The north side, where you get down to the river, will open soon, but that's really cool. And part of our project next year is going to put some trail that will go along the river that will kind of set the groundwork for having a trail between this park and Grand Ravines along the river, we hope. We've still got a few property issues to work with there, but there's not many property issues there. So, you know, the Greenway is a matter of kind of piecing things together, but we don't think we're that far away from really putting this thing all together. Funding is an issue for us. We've got to get some more funds. Georgetown Township's been great to pledge some money towards this. We're kind of quietly doing some kind of big fundraising right now that we hope will result in the funds that we need to, you know, complete those land linkages and the trail and get that in place. So we're looking at maybe 3 to 5 years, we hope, before this together. At the same time, as we're kind of working on the land and the trail part, we're also looking at the water trail part. And, you know, we have up on our website, we call it the Grand River Heritage Water Trail, where, you know, we actually have, go to our website, County Parks, or, you know, miottawa.org/parks, and if you click on the water trail, you could print off a whole series of maps showing you all the spots where you can launch kayaks, canoes in the Grand River, how much distance there is between all the sites, all the things you'd see along the way. You'd read that this park used to be Lowing Landing, and there was some really cool history to do with this park. So you can read about natural features, historic features, and, you know, the accessible kayak launch that some of you used. That's designed so that somebody in a wheelchair can launch. There's a transfer station there, and so we've got that one there. We've got another one 2 hours downstream at Eastmanville Bayou, another one 2 hours downstream at Connor Bayou. So, you know, kind of a nice linkage. They're supposed to put one in Grand Haven sometime in the next couple of years. So we'd actually be the only county in the Midwest that has a fully accessible, you know, for people in wheelchairs to access it. But, you know, those of you that used it know it isn't just for people in wheelchairs. It's kind of convenient. You might be prone to tip over at the bank. But, so anyways, we're going to keep improving our water trail. But the state recently announced that they're going to do the Grand River Water Trail themselves, which is great. So that'll feed in. So they want to look at a water trail. I don't know if they're going to start in Jackson or Lansing, but come all the way down. Just this past Monday, I think the governor actually said we will have a Grand River Water Trail, because I got a call that they wanted me to meet some DNR people at the boat launch right here. They were going to be doing a full tour of the Grand River on Monday, and we would be their last stop. So I went down and met him and talked to him, and it wasn't until I was done that I found out that it was the DNR director and all of his top staff. So they're putting a priority on making a water trail along the Grand River. So that should get enhanced here in the future. So, so I think ours will improve too. So there's a lot going on. There's even a grant that the West Michigan Environmental Action Council has to study the water trail, help us market it better. So that'll be happening over the next year. So lots of good stuff. Probably still, you know, a few years away from having the Greenway fully done in this area, but we're excited about it. We're making progress. Anything else? Anybody have any questions for me?
I have one. Zach Sycamore was in Greenville's office. Is there concern about kind of duplication between the county and the state? With the water, you guys already started the water trail.
Well, they'll just feed into it.
Yeah, build off your success.
They want to kind of learn from what we've been doing too.
They kind of showed up and said, "Oh, this is nice. We'll use this."
Well, I'm sure they will, but I think they'll kind of duplicate this upriver, and maybe we'll revise our things a little bit to match what they're doing too. But